Hi, everybody. Welcome to your 1 hour flow. This is my sister in law, Danielle. She's very kindly agreed to be our demonstrator. So I'll be joining in and out, and we'll use Danielle to help get deeper in your practice today. We're going to begin in a ragdoll forward fold. So come to the front of the mat and turn your toes out east and west, nice and wide at the very edges of the mat. Bring a generous bend into your knees and then hinge forward from the hips with a nice flat back, hanging heavy. And from here, you can hug opposite hand to opposite elbow and just shake your head yes and no, enjoying how that feels as you just literally hinge forward from the hips, hanging yourself upside down. Now, from here, you're going to begin to find the four corners of your feet, rocking forward and back, rocking to the inner and the outer edges, so that you're pressing down through all four parts of the feet. Gently lift the tailbone a little bit higher as you breathe in. And then take a full breath out and hang even heavier. You're going to deepen your breath, taking 3 full breaths here. One more full breath, just allowing that air to travel throughout your entire body. And then once you've emptied that breath out, come down to all fours, like a baby that's about to crawl. And from here, we'll transition to child's pose, bringing your knees to the outer edges of the mat, big toes together, and then sit your hips back on your heels and walk the hands forward. Now from here, we can give yourself a forehead massage, rocking side to side, working through some of those sinuses that may or may not be full this time of year. And we're going to transition to something called ujjayi breath that we'll use throughout our entire practice. I'm going to come up so you can hear me a little better, but you stay right here where you are. So take a full breath in through your nose, and then open your mouth and exhale all that air out. Let's do that again, making an H-A ha sound like you're fogging up a mirror. One more time. Fill in your belly bowl. Empty it out. Now for ujjayi, you're going to forcefully exhale in the same way with your lips sealed, a little constriction in the back of your throat. Feel your body fill up and empty out. Ujjayi sounds like Darth Vader breathing through his mask or ocean waves, but we'll use this breath to carry us through some of the more difficult postures, and then we'll also use it to help you find stillness in some of the deeper postures. So let's stay with that breath throughout this next 50 or so minutes together. Here in child's pose, nothing to do but focus on that breath. Feel the air travel in through the nose all the way down to the base of the pelvis, feeling your belly swell, feeling the ribcage expand. And then as you forcefully exhale, feel the belly button press to the spine, the ribs knit in, the heart dropping. 2 more times. On your next breath in, we're going to come back to tabletop position, all fours, like a baby that's about to crawl. Fan your fingers out nice and wide, pressing down through all the parts of the hand. And then we're going to take some cat-cow position. So inhaling, you'll lift your tailbone, roll the shoulders together and down, looking up through the eyebrows. As you breathe out, round the spine, tucking the tail under, shifting your gaze to your belly button. Inhale, arching the back, looking up. Exhale, press down through the palms, rounding the spine, creating some space in between the shoulder blades. Do that 2 or 3 more times. Keep that going. It's here that you're setting the metronome for your practice, setting the pace that you're going to keep as we pass through some standing postures. Now come into a neutral spine. And then for your first down dog of the day, tuck the toes underneath and then lift your hips up towards the sky. Now in downward dog, you have a natural tendency to want to lock those knees out. Bring a little bend into the knees, and then you can lift your tailbone even higher, tilting the pelvis upwards. As you press down through the palms, take a big breath in, lifting the tailbone. And then as you breathe out, gently press through the heels as if somebody's pressing their hands into your tailbone up towards the sky and gently applying pressure back. Your armpits are pressing towards the knees. Your gaze is up towards the upper thighs. Take 3 breaths here. And on your next breath in, we're going to find a high plank position. Shoulders stacking right over the hands. A little tuck of the chin will allow the crown of the head to reach forward. That's it. Now in this plank position, draw the belly button up towards the spine. Tuck the tail under, engaging your glutes. And then press down through the palms, creating a nice softness right here, like a rainbow. So press up, down. So press those upper back up. That's it. Nice, strong core. Now, anytime you're in high plank, you can be on your feet as you are now, or come down to the knees, having them behind your hips. Either way, this is your high plank. Take one more breath in and out. As you take that next breath in, look past the hands. And as you exhale, lower down, holding that strong core, coming all the way down to your stomach here. With the hands still under the shoulders. Join your legs together as one and lift everything up. So now we're engaging our back body, your inner thighs working towards one another, your glutes engaged, the lower back, middle back. Draw the elbows towards one another, so even the upper back's working. Keep a slight tuck to the chin so the crown of the head's lifting. And take one more breath in. Lower down as you breathe out. So let's press into those palms. Tops of the feet flat on the ground. Lift about halfway up. Low cobra. Take a big breath in. Look through the eyebrows. Exhale, lower down. Let's do that again. This time finding your upward dog. Arms as straight as you want to go today. And then you're going to press into the tops of the feet. Lift and squeeze the glutes. Your knees may or may not lift off the ground. You want to have a strong core. Your shoulder blades will draw together and you'll look up through the eyebrows. Now in your vinyasa, this is always going to be an in breath. So take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, engage your core, return to downward dog. Lifting up and back. You can use your knees or not use the knees. Either way, from this downward dog, just take a couple of breaths in and out. All right, from here, we're going to practice flowing through that vinyasa, finding your flow today. Inhale to high plank. And we're going to exhale, lowering almost all the way down, about halfway. This can be on your feet or knees. Breathe into that upward dog, scooping your chest through. Breathe out, downward dog, lifting the hips up and back. That's it. That's your vinyasa. Now inhale, lift your heels. Look to the hands, bend the knees, and step or jump the feet up to the hands. For forward fold, your feet and knees will be together. And again, you want to bend the knees enough that you can hang forward from the hips here. That's it. Your gaze is towards the back wall. And you're just going to hang heavy here for a couple of breaths. Hands can be down on the ground. Or you can take the hands behind the calves, creating a little bit of a compression. So as you breathe in, that air has to come out, expanding the ribs east and west. And as you breathe out, you hinge even deeper. Take one more breath. Upper half lift, take the hands to the front of the shins and extend the crown of the head forward. Nice little tuck to the chin. Keep the knees bent enough that you can lift the tailbone, finding a flat back. Yeah, that's it. Press the shoulders towards the hips. Nice long neck. This is always on an inhale as well. We call this half lift or halfway up, flat back, all kinds of ways to call this. Now take one more big breath in. Exhale, return to forward fold. Let's do that again. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. One more time, half lift. Breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Now slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Nice round spine. The last thing coming up being the head. And then once you get out there, sweep the arms up overhead. And you're going to lace the fingers together, pointing just the pointer finger up. As you breathe out, lean to the right and let your hips press towards the left side. Inhale back through center. Lean to the left, letting your hips press to the right. Do that one more time. Inhale, center. Lean right, breathe out. Inhale, center. Lean left. Inhale back through center. This time, goal post those arms, pressing your chest towards the sky. Squeeze the glutes, press the hips forward. Inhale, back up. Do that one more time. Exhale, cactusing the arms. Inhale up. Now we're going to begin your sun salutation A. Bring those hands right to heart center. Finding the tallest version of yourself. Let's take 3 sun A's, connecting your movement with your breath. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Swan dive forward, empty out. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to high plank. Lower down. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. Inhale, lift those heels. Exhale, look to the front of the mat, step or jump there. Half lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Now sweep the arms all the way up. And then swan dive forward, breathe out. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant those hands. You'll notice this time I'm using my knees. It's still a vinyasa. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Lift those heels, breathe in. Exhale, bend the knees, step or jump forward. Lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Keep those arms all the way up overhead, breathe it in. And then swan dive forward, breathe it out. Inhale, half lift. Plant your hands, step back, flow through your vinyasa, high plank, low plank, exhaling. Inhale, do that upward dog, and then exhale, downward dog, lifting the hips up and back. Stay here for a few breaths, just noticing the difference that just a few sun salutation A's can make. Surya Namaskar A. And then from here, we're going to move into Surya Namaskar B, sun salutation B. Let's begin with a cleansing breath. Open your mouth, let it go. Inhale, lift those heels. Exhale, bend your knees, travel to the front of the mat. Listen for change as you find that half lift, breathing in. Exhale, fold forward, but this time bend your knees. For chair pose, draw the feet and knees together as you sweep the arms up overhead, keeping that bent knee position as if you're sitting in a chair. That's it. Now from here, we have a tendency to want to arch the back, but we're going to engage the core, tucking the tail under. Noticing now how the arms begin to feel heavier, and you're engaging the front and the back body. Draw the inner thighs together. Your gaze out is in front of the mat. Nice slight tuck of the chin, so you get a nice straight spine here. Beautiful. Return to your breath. Let's take 3 full breaths. Reaching further, fingers to tail, breathe in. Sink a little lower, breathe out. One more breath in. Now fold forward as you breathe out, finding that forward fold. Take a half lift, breathe it in. Exhale, plant those hands, step it back, flow through your vinyasa, high plank, low plank. Inhaling up dog, exhaling down dog. Now for warrior one, sweep the right leg high, breathe in. Exhale the right foot inside the right hand. And your left heel is going to dial down towards the center of the mat. It's going to be at about a 45-degree angle here. Let's come halfway up to begin, hands on hips. And in warrior one, you want to steer that left hip forward. So both hips are facing the front of your mat as if you have headlights on your hips. Now we've got your back foot's parallel right now, Danielle. Let's kick it there. So now that you've got that 45-degree angle, you can inner spiral the whole back leg. Feel how you can bring that all the way through the hips. Now tuck your tail under slightly. Draw the core in. Now stack it. Yeah, feel how your shoulders came with you. Perfect. Now reach those arms tall. Let's take 3 breaths there. That's your warrior one. Press down through the front heel, the outer edge of the back foot. Breathe with your whole body. One more full breath. On this next breath in, look up, reach up, and as you begin to exhale, hands come together, frame your front foot, step back to high plank, and we'll finish that same exhale, emptying out as you lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Let's leave the left leg high, breathe in. Exhale the left foot forward. Dialing that left heel down, so you're at about a 45-degree angle. Let's come halfway up, making those adjustments. Your first warrior one of the day. You always want to take your time. This is opening up those hips gently. Looks great. Does that feel good? Good. All right, let's sweep those arms up and take 3 breaths here. Next breath in, press the palms together, look up, reach up, and then begin that exhale as you come down. Left foot step back, empty out as you chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. I'll take a couple breaths here, just noticing the difference in how you already feel. And then we're going to do 2 more sun salutation B series, but this time we'll connect your movement with your breath. So 1 breath, 1 movement. And remember, not just today, any day. You can always move within your own breath, taking it at your own pace. Let's begin with a cleansing breath in through the nose. Open your mouth, let it go. All right, returning to ujjayi. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, travel to the front of the mat. Take a half lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe it out. Bend the knees, chair pose. 1 breath in. Forward fold, breathe out. Inhale, half lift. Plant those hands, step back, high plank, low plank. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Now inhale the right leg high, breathe in. Right foot inside the right hand, breathe out. Bow that left heel down and take 1 breath out. Warrior one, big breath. Come right back down. Hands frame that foot, step back. Lower down, exhale fully. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the left leg high, breathe in. Exhale, left foot forward, right heel dials down. Pressing into the feet, sweep the arms high. Exhale, hands down, step back. Finish the exhale, lowering down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. 1 more time, lift the heels, breathe in. Exhale, bend the knees, look to the front of the mat, step or jump there. Take a half lift. Forward fold, empty out. Bend the knees, chair pose, breathe it in. Forward fold, breathe it out. Half lift, inhale. Plant those hands, step back, high plank, slow plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Sweep the right leg high, breathe in. Right foot forward, breathe out. Warrior one, big breath in. Hands come right back down, step it back. Exhaling slowly as you chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 1 more time, left leg high, breathe in. Left foot forward, breathe out. Warrior one, sweep it up the top. Exhale, hands down, step back, lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, child's pose, knees wide, hips back. Take 3 ujjayi breaths here, just noticing, becoming a witness to your own experience. Stepping back, perhaps being surprised by how different you feel. Just a few sun A's, sun B's, and here you are. How does your breath feel different? Perhaps you've created some heat from within your body.
All right, let's begin that body of work. Inhale up to all fours. Exhale back to your downward dog. And sweep the right leg high as you breathe in. Exhale the right foot forward. We're going to find a standing split, lifting the left leg off the ground. Your hands can stay on the floor, or they can come behind the right calf. Your gaze is back behind you. There's a wall there that makes it kind of easy. You can also look at your shin. Take 3 breaths. One more full breath in and out. After Shiva squats, inhale the left leg even higher. And exhale, bring the left knee behind the right calf, bending into that knee. Inhale, back up. Exhale, Shiva squat. Inhale up. Exhale, Shiva squat. Listen for change. Inhale to a runner's lunge. Left knee back, right foot stays forward. Now for crescent lunge, you're going to steer that left hip all the way forward. Come about halfway up to begin. Now in crescent lunge, for many different reasons, you may choose to come down to your knee instead. Whether it's crescent or kneeling crescent, either way, the left hip is forward, the right hip is back. Like Danielle, what you want to do, kneeling crescent, bring the top of the foot flat on the ground. There you go. So Danielle's showing kneeling crescent by tucking the toes and lifting the knee back off the ground. This is a traditional crescent lunge. Either way, tuck the hips under, draw the core in. And you don't have to stay there. You can stay there or come back up. Either way. If you feel a little bit imbalanced in your crescent lunge, just walk your right foot to the right, widening your stance a bit. Once you're here, sweep the arms tall. Let's take 3 breaths. This next breath in, press the palms together, reach tall, and then exhale the hands to heart center. As you breathe in, lean over that front thigh. And as you breathe out, you're going to twist your whole trunk to the right, placing the left elbow on the shelf of the right knee. Now remember, you can always come down to that left knee here and make it a twisting kneeling crescent. Now Danielle's going to stay here. I'm going to show you a different variation. Left hand to the floor, right arm high. Either way, twisting that whole trunk with each exhale, shifting your gaze up towards the right shoulder. One more full breath in and out. A big breath in, and then look to your front foot. Frame it with your hands as you exhale. Now for warrior 2, dial the left heel down so it's parallel with the back of the mat. Take the left arm up and back. So in warrior 2, we've got several things to check. The most important one being that front leg. Look down and see if you can see your big toe. You're going to externally rotate that knee. So sometimes that knee can come in the front this way a bit. We're going to bring it straight out. Looks great, Danielle. Pressing down through the front heel, outer edge of the back foot, so it's parallel with the back of the mat here. Slight tuck of the tail. Now stack the shoulders right over the hips. Nice low shoulders. Take 3 breaths here. See what you're looking at. Have that moment of awareness. One more breath in and out. And then we're going to reverse this warrior. Take the front palm, reach it forward, and then sweep it back high. Big breath in. Now for extended side angle, right elbow lands on the shelf of the right knee. Left heel kicks back, and your left arm sweeps up towards this corner of the ceiling here. With each breath in, you're reaching left pinky to left heel. And with each breath out, you're shifting your right rib cage towards the sky, looking upward. Yeah, we're done. Beautiful. Nice. One more breath. In and out. Now you can stay right here, or we can find a little bit of a bind, bringing the right hand on the front of the right shin, grabbing the back of that right ankle. Left hand can come behind the back and lift that chest even more, taking a few more breaths as you press the right elbow into the inside of the right knee. Okay, let's reverse that warrior. This time straighten your front leg, sweep the right arm back, big breath in. And then for triangle pose, bring the arms to a T. Shorten the stance a little bit. And then reach the right arm forward as you draw the right hip back. Fully engaging that right quadricep. Bring your right hand down, left hand high. Now that right hand can find the shin block or the floor. Place the back of the right hand against the inside of the shin, lifting the chest upwards again. So our core is fully engaged here. Nice straight line from the hips to the crown of the head. A nice straight line down the front of this front leg. From the right big toe to the right hip, making that line as long as you can. Trikonasana means triangle pose. You've got a triangle in the legs. And then you got a triangle from that right arm to the hip too. Take one more breath in and out. Now bring the hands to the hips. Fully engage that core. And lift the chest up tall. All right, now from here, you're going to face the left side of your mat. Turn the toes slightly in, so it feels like you're slightly pigeon-toed. Really, you're just paralleling the sides of the feet to the mat. Lift your chest as you breathe in. Now you're going to hinge forward from the hips, sticking your bum way up. Gentle bend in the knees. With a nice flat back, bring the hands to the floor or block, either way. Exhale, hinging even deeper. Work your way down, using that in-breath to lengthen, and then out-breath to hinge deeper. Allow those eyes to close. Take another breath or two. Now for a half lift, place your hands right under your shoulders. Push into the palms. Lift halfway up. Breathe in. Now place your hands on your hips. Keep the knees bent. Come the rest of the way up with a flat back. For pyramid pose, pivot all 10 toes to face forward and shorten your stance. In pyramid, you want to take up about a third of the mat here. Sweep the arms up high as you breathe in. Exhale those hands right through heart center and hinge forward from the right hip, paralleling your chest to the floor. Now keep going as far as you can go. Hands coming to the shin, block, or floor. And you're going to work your way down as you just did. Inhaling length from the hips to the crown of the head. Exhaling, hinging a little deeper. Now blocks are very common in this pose. There's 3 levels of blocks starting here. Maybe with the next exhale, I like to keep my blocks really far from students. They struggle to get to them. There's another level down here, the second level. Maybe on the next exhale, you come to the lowest level. Maybe eventually you get rid of those blocks completely. Now, if you feel any strain in the back of the knee, all you got to do is just invite a little microbend into that knee, releasing that strain. Working the leg towards straight, avoiding any pain. Now, feel a nice stretch here up the back of that right leg. Allow the head to drop and release, maybe shake against the nose. These last few breaths, allow the upper back to round. Just finding some heaviness over that right leg. We're going to find a half lift. So press into those palms, lift your chest, breathe in. Now as you breathe out, bend the right knee, find a runner's lunge. Press into those palms, squeeze your right leg high, 3-legged dog, breathe in. And then open the front of that hip as you breathe out, bending that right heel towards the left bum cheek. Take another breath in or out. You can stay right here or you can flip your dog, continuing that right leg off the yoga mat, lifting the left hip up, sweeping the right arm back. Another breath in and out. Now look to the mat, return the right hand to the mat, sweep the right leg high, breathe in again, and then exhale the right knee to the left elbow. For star pose, extend the right leg out straight and sweep the left arm up tall. A variation of this star pose is to use the right knee underneath you for a little extra support. Either way, reach tall, press onto the inside of press the left foot down to the inside of the left thigh. Engage, beautiful. Now to scale this up, your peace fingers can grab the right big toe, holding or maybe even floating that leg. Either way, wherever you are, take one more breath in. Return the left hand to the mat. Look into your mat. Draw the right knee to the right elbow, and we'll find a left side plank. So I'm going to come down to my knee. You can do any variation you like, Danielle. You can be on the outer edges of the left foot. You can take any choice with the right leg, floating it up in the air,
Staggering the feet as Danielle's done. You can stack the feet. There's lots of choices. Take another breath in and out. Inhale, opening any degree more. Look to the mat. Lower the right hand. Find your high plank. Exhale. Take another breath in. Chaturanga. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Up for that left leg. Sweep the left leg high. Exhale the left foot inside the left hand. And we'll find that standing split, lifting the right leg off the ground. Hands to the ground. You can make teepees. You can keep them flat. You can maybe bring them to blocks. You can also bring the hands behind the calf. Maybe float them up. Take any variation that works for you, allowing the head to hang heavy. Taking 3 breaths. One more full breath in and out. And we'll begin to transition to those what is forgot what it's called? Shiva, hello. Shiva squats. Shiva squats, guys. All right, inhale your right leg high. Exhale, right knee into the back of the left calf, bending the left knee. Inhale up. Exhale, Shiva squat. Do it again. Inhale up. Exhale, Shiva squat. This time, inhale back to the runner's lunge. Right foot coming back. You're on the ball of the right foot, left heel pressing down. We'll find your crescent lunge. Start with hands on hips. Taking your time coming up here. Remember, you can always come down to the right knee, or you can stay lifted. Either way, you want that knee stacked right over the left heel. So if you find that you're in more of this position, that just means you're a little more flexible than you were yesterday. Move the foot forward. So finding your crescent lunge, you're going to steer that right hip all the way forward so your headlights are shining in front of you. Tuck the tail under, draw the core in. That's it. Nice. Shoulders over hips. Reach the arms high. And we'll take 3 breaths here. Reach any degree taller. Breathe in. Exhale your hands to heart center. Lengthen out over that left thigh. Breathe in. And then exhale, twist to the left. Your right elbow will find a shelf of the left knee. Might want to wiggle that right foot back a bit. And as you press the left palm into the right, feel your heart lifting towards the sky as you gaze up towards the ceiling. Several variations here. You can open your wings. You place the right hand on the ground. Find what works for you and take 3 breaths. That left shoulder blade onto the center of your back. One more breath out. Breathe in. Now look to your left foot. Frame it with your hands. And for warrior 2, place the back outside edge of the right foot into the mat and cartwheel the right arm up and back. That's it. Now externally rotating that left leg so you can see the big toe. Nice. Tuck of the tail. Shoulders over the hips. Beautiful. Gaze out over that left hand. We'll take 3 breaths here. Flip your left palm, reach it forward, sweep it back, reverse that warrior, and find your extended side angle. Left elbow leaning to the shelf of the left knee, right heel kicking back so you can inner spiral that back leg, and then the right arm sweeping up towards the front corner of the ceiling. Good. Inner spiral. So drop this arm down, and then inner spiral it so the palm can face behind you. That's it. Your gaze is up towards this corner of the ceiling, underneath the arm. Yeah, opening the chest. Nice. Now we want to kick this heel back, but there may not be room. Other way. If there's not room, you just walk the whole leg forward and then kick the heel back. One more breath, in and out. Press into that left heel, come all the way up. Left arm sweeping back to high five the back wall, straighten that front leg. And then for triangle pose, bring the arms to a T. And your back heel is going to stay kicked back. So let's kick the heel back now. Yep, that's it. And anytime it feels a little too wide, you You can walk the whole foot up and then kick the heel back, just like that. Now triangle pose, your front leg is straight. Press down through the left big toe. Engage the quadricep of the left leg. Reach the left hip back as you reach the left arm forward. Lengthening out, and then takes off the arms north and south. Left hand biting the shin block or floor. Right hand high-fiving the window wall here. Right side of your mat. Your gaze is up towards the sky. Take 3 breaths here. Nice job. Now keeping that core fully engaged. Bring the hands to the hips. And then come all the way up to face the right side of your mat. Try to pivot the left toes forward. Kick your heels out a bit, so you're pigeon toeing the feet a bit. That's it. Bring a gentle bend into the knees. Shine the heart as you breathe in. And this time, bind your hands behind your back, lacing those fingers together. From there, the shoulders come back and down. You're going to straighten the arms, pressing the palms towards one another. Take a breath in. Hinge forward from the hips. Breathe out. Nice flat back. Allowing a gentle bend in the knees as you work your way down. Knuckles coming upwards as the crown of your head comes down. Nice. Now, for any reason that full bind of those fingers is not available to you, you can always grab a towel, or you can place your hands on your upper back like that. I'm going to demonstrate that variation. Hinging forward, working the elbows towards one another. And no matter what bind you have, take one more breath in. And gently release it, lowering your hands so they're under your shoulders. Shake your head, yes and no. One more breath, just hanging nice and heavy, enjoying that sensation. And then with the hands under the shoulders, take a half lift. Breathe in. And as you exhale, come the rest of the way up with a nice flat back, hands to hips. Good. Now for pyramid pose, we'll pivot all 10 toes to face the front of the mat, shortening your stance a bit so you take up about 1/3 of the mat. Pyramid pose, your front foot is forward, your back heel is kicked back. We'll sweep the arms up high. Now here we have a choice. You can bring hands to your heart, hinging forward as you did before. You can take that same bind with the hands behind the back. Either way, choose your arm variation and hinge forward from that left hip, keeping the back flat as you work your way down. You have your hands in front of you. Place the hands to the shin, block, or floor, using your breath to work your way down. One more full breath in and out. On your next breath in, take a little half lift, pressing into the palms, lift the chest, bend the knee, find a runner's lunge as you exhale. For 3-legged dog, squeeze that left leg way up high in the air, breathe in, and then as you exhale, bend the left knee. You can continue on to flip your dog if you'd like, or stay right where you are. We'll take 2 breaths here. Look to the mat, return the left hand, sweep the left leg high, breathe in. Exhale the left knee to the right elbow, finding your star pose, rock star pose, sweeping the right arm high. Different variation is on the knee, or you can always float the left leg. Either way, 2 breaths. Look to the mat, return your right hand, draw the left knee to the left elbow, and find your side plank as you sweep the left arm high. In side plank, you always want to stack that right shoulder right over the right wrist. You can come to your knee or your foot, taking any variation that feels good. Take 2 more breaths. One more breath in. Look to the mat, lower the left hand, find your high plank. Take a breath in. Chaturanga, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take a moment to pedal those feet. Catch your breath. Let's take a cleansing breath in through the nose. Open your mouth. Now for some balance poses, inhale, lift the heels.
Exhale, bend the knees and travel to the front of the mat, finding a forward fold. Half lift, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Now sweep those arms all the way up. Nice flat back. Breathe in. And then exhale your hands to heart center. And we're going to stand on the right leg first. So take the left hand to the outside of the left knee. Bring the right hand out like you're stopping traffic. You're going to draw the left knee out to the left. And then gaze out over that right hand, finding something that's not moving. Take 3 breaths here. This posture can be scaled up with peace fingers, your pointer and your middle finger grabbing the big toe, the nice straight leg instead. For most of us, we've got a nice bent knee. Shift your gaze back forward. Bring the left knee back in front of you. Sweep the arms up, find stork pose. Hold that knee high. Breathe in. For airplane pose, hinge forward from the right hip. Left heel comes back, arms alongside the body with the palms facing down. Now in airplane pose, think of your body like a capital T with a nice strong base leg, but it has a gentle bend in it. So think about it like a big tight spring. Super strong. Crown of the head reaching forward, left heel reaching back. Take 2 more breaths. Now return to stork pose. Breathe in, left knee lifts, arms sweep high. And then exhale the left foot down, hands to heart center. Now let's take the other side. Shift your weight into that left foot. Right hand to the outside of the right knee. I'll show you that variation I mentioned. Peace fingers to the big toe, straight front leg. Left arm out like you're stopping traffic. Now draw the right knee or foot out to the right and shift your gaze to the left hand. One more full breath in and out. Now shift your gaze back to forward. Draw the right knee or foot back to center. Find stork pose. Right knee high, arms lift. Airplane pose. Exhaling as you hinge forward from the left hip. Arms alongside your body. In an airplane pose, your nice fully engaged core, palms facing down. Pinkies reach for one another over that lower back. Take 3 breaths here. Sweep the right knee high, arms lift. Breathe in. Exhale. Right foot down, hands to heart center. Check those legs out. Nice work. All right, take a big breath in. Sweep the arms up. And then swan dive forward as you breathe out. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank, lower all the way down. Turn one cheek to the mat, allow the palms to face up. Lower the lights in the room just a bit. Take a bit of a break, full breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale your forehead to the mat gently, turning the other cheek to the mat. Full breath in and out. Relaxing through the shoulders and the neck. I'm going to do a couple belly base back bends here. So inhale your forehead to the mat. And for shavasana A, locust pose, flip the palms face down. Join the legs together as one. And then lift everything up off the ground. So just your pelvis is on the floor. Pinkies reaching for one another as they did in that airplane pose. Take 2 more breaths. One more breath in, and then slowly lower down as you breathe out. Now for bow pose, bend those knees. Reach back for the outer edge of the foot or ankles. As you breathe in, you're going to lift the heels and press the shins back as you breathe out. Now if you reach back and you can't grab both, you'll do one at a time, extending the opposite arm and leg long. You've got one side. Reach back for the opposite side, taking another 2 breaths. Last big breath in, and then slowly release, lowering down. Keep the knees bent and windshield wiper the feet side to side, turning one cheek to the mat. Turn that other cheek to the mat, take another breath. All right, lower the tops of the feet to the ground. Bring the hands under the shoulders and come up to all fours. You're going to crawl to the front of the mat, coming onto your back. We're going to do a little bit of core engagement here. We're going to do, let me pause this music. I cannot count to slow music. Let's do 50 yoga bicycles today. The idea here being that you exhale fully with each bicycle. So as we take one crunch, you're going to do that ujjayi exhale. So it sounds, that's our pace. Let's go for 50. If you're at home and you want to hit pause and do 150, 300, that's fine. We're going to do 50 over here. So ready? And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep it going. Halfway. 20, 19, 18. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work, guys. Bend those knees, give yourself a little hug. And then stretch your fingers and toes nice and long. Big breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. Now for bridge pose, bend those knees. Press your palms down to the ground and lift the hips up off the ground, pressing down into the palms. With your gaze straight up at the ceiling, you can stay right here or bring the shoulders underneath the shoulder blades, lacing the fingers together, pressing the palm sides of the arms and hands into the ground. Either variation, settle in and take 5 breaths, feeling your glutes engage as you press down through the heels. Now with wheels in your practice, come on down and press up to wheel pose, taking 3 more breaths. Otherwise, you can stay right where you are, finishing strong. Let's take 1 more full exhale, and then breathe in, lifting a little higher, and lower yourself down from the top to the bottom, 1 vertebrae at a time. Drawing those knees to your chest, gently rocking side to side. Now from here, we're going to move into a half pigeon. You can always take half pigeon on your back. I'm going to show you a couple variations here. If you know where you're going, go ahead and go there. Your right ankle folded over the left knee, making like a 4. And then you bring your hands behind that knee, gently drawing it to you. If you've got a wall, you can use a wall here so it becomes a little bit more relaxed. So Danielle, feel free to take either of those variations or traditional half pigeon. You're going to rock and roll forward and back, cross at the ankles, and we'll go through that downward dog position. Sweep your right leg high as you take a breath in, and bring the right knee behind the right elbow, flexing the right foot. Now from here, we're going to take our time walking the left foot back. You got it. And I want to avoid sitting down on the right hip. We're going to keep the hips centered, allowing that left hip to drag forward as you lengthen back the left leg. Right hips hugging towards the back of the mat. Take a breath in, lift your chest. And then exhale, hinging forward from that right hip, coming down to the forearms. Now some of us can continue down, reaching the arms, or you can take some blocks, placing one under your chest and the other under your forehead. You get that same sensation. You can have them as high or low as you want. Eventually maybe moving them out of the way. Yep, however it feels good. So you can just hang completely heavy here. Finding your place takes a couple of breaths for sure, but now that we're about there, invite stillness to wash over you, using your breath, that ujjayi that helped carry you through some of the more difficult parts of your practice. Now allow it to carry you through this stillness. For many of us, this can be the most difficult part of our practice, coming to a position that may or may not be comfortable, and yet remaining completely still for about 5 breaths here, feeling your whole body breathe. Using your breath, staying right here in the present, just you, your mat, and your breath. Take one more full breath in, feeling your whole body expand. Feel your whole body deflate, just like a balloon with nothing left in it. Take your hands under the shoulders. Press into the palms, lifting your chest. If you're on your back, taking either of those variations, simply switch your legs. In a traditional half pigeon, begin to walk the left foot forward, shortening that stance, and eventually bring the right knee back, finding a tabletop for a breath or two. I'm going to be very gentle with your body as you make this transition, eventually returning to downward dog. You'll sweep the left leg high this time, breathing in. Exhale the left knee behind the left wrist, and you keep the left foot flexed. A lot of times we can worry a lot about where this left foot goes. We just want it somewhere towards the right side of the mat. Now, as we begin to build the pose, press into the palms, lifting the chest, centering those hips. You want to feel evenly weighted between the left and the right hand. If you feel a little heavy in the left, this means bring that right hip forward a bit, centering your weight. Once you're there, use your breath to lift. Inhale. Exhale, hinging forward over that left hip, finding your forearms, maybe the blocks, maybe continuing on to extend the arms out in front. Taking your time to build the posture slowly, carefully. And then once you're there, find that stillness. Again, use that ujjayi breath to stay centered in the here and the now. Taking about 5 or 6 more breaths, thinking of your body like a balloon, filling up and emptying out. And with each exhale, the breath coming from around the base of the belly, emptying all that excess out. Take one more full breath in. Empty all that air out. And slowly begin to bring the hands under the shoulders. And then walk that back foot up to keep the left knee in that tabletop position, moving very slowly and carefully. This time we'll crawl up to the front of the mat, and we'll all meet back together on our backs. Now we're going to take an inversion pose. There's several choices. Bringing those legs up in the air. This is already an inversion. You can stay right here. You can take a block and place it under your hips, teetering on the bottom corner so you kind of just hang there weightless. You can also press into those palms and find what we call a shoulder stand. Lifting the hips upward. I'll show you that variation. Let's get that block. Yeah, there you go. You're on that corner edge. Feeling those legs be nice and weightless. You press into those palms, lifting the hips. This is what we call shoulder stand. Walking the shoulders underneath your hips. Lifting the heels nice and high as you engage the glutes. If you're in shoulder stand, you can come into plow, lowering the feet behind you. Just taking a moment to allow the hips to be higher than the heart. This is where we'll make that transition from ujjayi breath back to your natural breath. This is also that point where you notice that perhaps it's time to change the light fixtures, maybe scrape the popcorn ceiling. Noticing those little details that you never really bother to notice. For me, I've got 1989 fixtures in here, so I always just take a moment of appreciation for the fact that they're still working. It's pretty amazing. Very slowly lower yourself back down, removing any blocks. Use your arms as brake pedals. We'll come to a place where you're on your back, knees, and your chest, giving yourself a little hug, rocking side to side. And then before we close up this practice, we're going to take a spinal twist to either side. So allow those knees to drop over to the left side of your mat. Bring your arms out to a T and gaze out towards that right hand. Take a full breath in. Let all that breath go. Bring your knees back through center. Side to side. And allow the knees to fall to the right. Gazing out over the left hand. Another full breath in. Let all that breath go. Now we'll transition to shavasana position. That's a position that feels comfortable for you. Traditionally, it's going to be flat on your back. I'm going to pamper my sister-in-law here and put a nice little blanket roll underneath her neck. If you have somebody at home that can do that for you, then certainly invite them to do so. Maybe you do it for yourself, or maybe you just lie flat on your back. Just lift the hip. May or may not feel good. Okay. All right, now traditionally in Shavasana, you'll bring your feet to the outer edges of the mat. Palms facing upward, giving yourself plenty of room here. Now you can also take those legs up against a wall. Take Baddha Konasana with the feet together, knees out to either side, butterfly position on your back. Take anything where you can find complete stillness and rest. And from here, just notice if you have any little adjustments that need to be made, maybe an itchy eyebrow or a heel that needs to be moved 1 inch left or right. Just make those little adjustments so you can find complete stillness here. Now that you're somewhat comfortable, look for any tension that might remain in your body. Perhaps you're holding on to some glute or core engagement. Maybe wiggle those fingers and toes, helping your arms and legs relax. Notice if your shoulders are tensed up, your neck relax, heavying the shoulders. Relax your jaw, release the tongue from the top of your mouth, unfurrow your brow. Take a big breath in. Slowly release all that breath. Feel your body sinking into your mat. Find stillness. Shavasana.
wrist back to your mat, wiggling your fingers and toes. Just begin to become aware of your breath. Take a full breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. Put your arms overhead, taking a full body stretch, fingers to toes like a big yawn. And as you breathe out, draw those knees to your chest and rock onto your right side in fetal position, allowing your head to rest on your right arm. Knees curled up at your chest. Just take a moment of awareness here. Just notice how you feel. Perhaps you can cultivate a sense of gratitude for this time you've given yourself, your physical body, your breath, and your lungs. Anything else you're grateful for? Here, before we finish, I invite you to set an intention for the rest of your day. What can you take with you from this practice and give out to those around you? Keeping your eyes closed, come to a seated position. If you're in the room with someone else, let's face one another. Keeping those eyes closed in a seated position, palms together. Point your thumbs right to your heart center. The light in me sees and honors the identical light in you and all living beings everywhere. So we take a breath and shine your heart. And bow together as we say, Namaste. Thank you so much, Danielle, for sharing your practice. Thank you. If you made it this far, kudos to you. If you guys have any questions about any of the poses we did, don't hesitate to message me. You can find me on Facebook or Instagram. It's at You Need to Yoga NC. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care.